Welcome to Assembly Bethesda. I am Hayne Fogarty, and today we are exploring something wild. The way the book of Revelation turns into this massive Gothic apocalypse full of imagery that feels like holy horror. Let us get right into it. Revelation opens with John on the island of Patmos getting these incredible visions from the risen Christ. Can you imagine that? Then the throne room scene hits, and it's just mind-blowing. We're talking God on the throne, surrounded by elders, and these living creatures with eyes everywhere, full of wings, looking like lions, oxen, humans, eagles. Thunder, lightning, a sea of glass. It's majestic, yes, but overwhelmingly terrifying. It's that kind of awe that truly makes your knees shake, doesn't it? Then comes the scroll with 7 seals. Only the Lamb, slain yet standing, can open it. And each seal unleashes something absolutely awful. First, the white horse and rider with a bow, symbolizing conquest. Then the red horse bringing war, taking peace from the earth. Third, the black horse, famine, with scales measuring barley and wheat. And finally, the pale horse, death, followed by Hades, killing 1/4 of the earth. Pure, unadulterated, end-of-the-world terror unfolding before our very eyes.
Now, if you thought the 4 horsemen were intense, hold on to your hats, because Revelation only escalates from here. The 5th seal shows souls under the altar crying out for justice. It's a gut-wrenching moment, really, highlighting the suffering of the faithful. But then, the 6th seal, and this is where the cosmic terror truly erupts. We're talking a massive earthquake, the sun turning black, the moon like blood, stars falling from the sky itself rolling up like a scroll, every mountain and island moved from its place. People, rich and poor, hiding in caves, begging for death to relieve them of the sheer terror. Can you picture that? Total, absolute societal collapse. And just when you think it can't get any worse, 7 trumpets follow. The first trumpet brings hail and fire mixed with blood, burning 1/3 of the earth. Then a burning mountain hits the sea, 1/3 of it turns to blood, and countless sea creatures die. The 3rd trumpet unleashes a star called wormwood, poisoning the waters, making them bitter, causing untold suffering. These are not minor inconveniences. These are cataclysmic, world-altering events, each one more devastating than the last.
The trumpets continue their grim symphony, leading us deeper into this Gothic nightmare. The 4th trumpet darkens the sun, moon, and stars by 1/3. But then, things get truly monstrous. The 5th trumpet brings locusts from the abyss. And let me tell you, these aren't your garden variety insects. They have human faces, women's hair, lions' teeth, and scorpion tails. They don't kill, but they torment people without the seal of God for 5 agonizing months. What kind of torment? Imagine persistent, excruciating pain, day in and day out. Then, the 6th trumpet summons an army of 200 million, horses with lion heads breathing fire, smoke, and sulfur, killing 1/3 of humanity. It's an image that would be at home in the darkest fantasy novel. But amidst this earthly devastation, a cosmic drama unfolds. The woman clothed with the sun, the moon under her feet, 12 stars crowning her, pregnant, with the dragon waiting to devour her child. The child is snatched to God's throne, and war erupts in heaven. Michael and his angels defeat the dragon, the ancient serpent, the devil, Satan, who is then thrown down to earth. The dragon, filled with fury, chases the woman, but she gets wings and flies to the wilderness. He spews water like a river to sweep her away, but the earth swallows it, and the dragon turns to war against her offspring. It's an epic battle, a struggle of cosmic proportions playing out alongside earthly destruction. As the cosmic war rages, new figures of evil emerge, truly embodying the holy horror we're discussing. First, we encounter the beast from the sea, a truly terrifying entity. It's covered in blasphemous names, possesses 7 heads and 10 horns, and resembles a leopard, bear, and lion all rolled into one. It gets its immense power from the dragon itself. One of its heads seems to be mortally wounded, but then miraculously healed, causing the whole earth to marvel and worship both the dragon and this beast. This beast speaks arrogant blasphemies and wages war on the saints, gaining authority over every tribe, people, language, and nation for 42 months. It's a period of intense persecution, where allegiance is tested to its breaking point. And if that weren't enough, a second beast rises from the earth. This one looks more benign, with 2 horns like a lamb, but speaks with the voice of a dragon. Its purpose is chillingly clear: to make the earth worship the first beast. It performs incredible signs, even calling fire down from heaven, deceiving many. It then demands that an image of the first beast be made, which it brings to life, causing anyone who refuses to worship it to be killed. And of course, we can't talk about this beast without mentioning the infamous mark, 666. Without this mark, you cannot buy or sell, essentially making survival impossible outside the beast's system. It's a chilling vision of absolute control.
The judgments of God continue to pour out, reaching their dreadful climax with the 7 bowls of wrath. And believe me, these are not subtle. The first bowl inflicts loathsome and painful sores on those who bore the mark of the beast. The second turns the sea into blood, and every living thing in it dies. Then the rivers and springs become blood too. It's a complete reversal of life-giving water into death. The sun, under the 4th bowl, scorches people with intense heat, yet they curse God instead of repenting. The throne of the beast is plunged into darkness under the 5th, causing people to gnaw their tongues in agony. The 6th bowl dries up the great river Euphrates, making way for the kings from the east, while frog-like spirits from the dragon, beast, and false prophet gather the nations for the ultimate battle, Armageddon. The world is being set for its final confrontation. And finally, the 7th bowl brings a great earthquake, the likes of which has never been seen. Cities fall, islands flee, mountains vanish, and huge hailstones weighing a talent each rain down from the sky. Amidst this, the great city of Babylon, drunk on the blood of the saints, suddenly falls. Its destruction is so swift and absolute that merchants weep over their lost trade, seeing it thrown down in a single hour. It's a vivid image of divine retribution, a complete and total overturning of the oppressive powers that sought to dominate humanity. But amidst all this holy horror, Revelation isn't just about destruction and despair. It builds to a profound, glorious climax of total victory and restoration. Heaven rejoices, and we're invited to the marriage supper of the Lamb. It's a scene of pure celebration. Then a rider on a white horse appears, called Faithful and True. His eyes are like fire, he wears many crowns, and his robe is dipped in blood. His name is the Word of God, and the armies of heaven follow him. A sharp sword comes from his mouth to strike down the nations, and he rules them with an iron rod, treading the winepress of God's wrath. The beast and the false prophet are captured and thrown alive into the lake of fire. It's the ultimate defeat of evil. Satan is bound for 1,000 years, and the saints reign. After a final brief release where he deceives the nations of Gog and Magog, fire from heaven devours them, and the devil himself is thrown into the lake of fire. Then the great white throne judgment. Books are opened, and the dead are judged by their works. Death and Hades are also thrown into the lake. But the story doesn't end there. It moves to the most beautiful promise: a new heaven and a new earth with no sea. The new Jerusalem descends, adorned like a bride. God dwells with his people. No more death, no more mourning, no more crying, no more pain. He declares, "I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end." The imagery can be overwhelming, with its grotesque monsters and cataclysmic disasters, yet it all builds to this incredible victory. The horror reveals evil's ugliness and the cost of rebellion, but ultimately, the Lamb conquers. This holy horror wakes us up to the stakes, but it always, always points to an eternal hope. That is Revelation, a Gothic apocalypse at its core, terrifying visions serving an eternal truth. Thank you for joining me today. As always, it is a pleasure to spend this time with you. God bless, and until next time, courage.